Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2. And we are heading up to do a few more turn-ins. I want to do the ones up here with the prince and the one up at the Serpent's Crown, just so that I can get that out of the way before I go down to the Brass Citadel, because I suspect the Brass Citadel one is going to be kind of rough. Should we be able to do it?
You know, you reek of that hagfish.
How much of Aor have you actually visited? Which lands? No, wait. What was the strangest thing you ever saw?
Found an island with a pillar of Adra carved into a giant foot.
God, what a thrill. You're so well-traveled. It's amazing.
That's actually kind of funny.
But don't you ever miss home? What about your loved ones?
She doesn't have loved ones.
Aside from my family, anyone special to me is already here, Firefly.
Well, that's... You see, I mean, same for me.
Yep.
I thought I'd miss my brethren more, but having someone who understands me, it's a surprising relief.
Come on, we gotta turn this bounty in. Wait, is that the bounty? She's the one that does it, right?
So, you don't think that a carving of exceptional cultural relevance belongs to the people who made it? Exactly which part of ancient Huana tablet do you not understand?
Say nothing.
I'm the one who ought to be giving the silent treatment here. Good luck with your disingenuous new friends. You'll need them.
She narrows her eyes and says no more. Yeah, that's not who I need to talk to, though. I need to talk to... oh, up here. This is where she is. I forgot.
This indignity will not go unanswered.
Yeah, whatever, Skull.
Hunter.
Give Vesali's head. She won't be slithering out of this one.
Snakes are difficult clients, I say. But I think mine will be very satisfied.
She accepts the head and sniffs before holding it at arm's length.
Good work, Hunter. You must be in good health to survive Vesali's poison.
What bounties do you have available?
I have an unusual challenge, seeing as the target is already dead. They call
That's
him
interesting.
the Steel Preacher. In life, he was a devout Magranite with a pet construct. Rather than accepting death and passing through Tangaloa's jaw,
Oh, this is interesting.
he paid an animancer to stuff his soul.
It's like that that assassin one from
He is a metal terror,
the White March.
purifying travelers in flame. The trail of his destruction ends on an isle due south of Fort Deadlight.
I'll return with whatever passes for his head. Alright. And then we do have to come up here to Kahanga Palace to turn in the prince's one. Alright. Come on in and we shall see. Now is the prince up here near the throne?
You songwriters need a guild if you hope to learn discipline.
Not so. We speak in the tongue of Ngati and Amira.
This is not where I'm supposed to be.
Dances may upset the public.
What's Barati gonna do?
In sky.
Smells untouched by the great eel, does Barati.
A sizable Amala tilts his head up and looks down his nose at you, flaring his nostrils with hungry interest.
You are a man who sits across a fire with death. Akira?
The pallid knight and I are on familiar terms. He nods, clasping his hands with quiet delight.
For glutting mighty Tangaloa and hurling foes into their next life, Barati can offer payment. Coins for feeding...
Oh, this is a bounty hunter I didn't know about. You collect bounties?
Those who appease the great eel. This is Barati's cause. May the beasts of the dreaming lands never know famine.
What bounties do you have available?
Tangaloa rolls a hungry eye toward Dechila, a Valian captain who scouts for luminous Adra in sacred lands.
Barati squeezes his knuckles until they're bone white. I'll take the bounty. Sure.
Tangaloa knew it would be so. Dechila sails her Voyager Alisio around the waters south of Nikitaka. The great eel hungers for her soul.
So that looks like something I can actually use to get the rest of those crates of Adra. Of course, I'm going to have to be going through those really quick. Might have to catch up. Granis Yergar? You meet a tall, brown-haired man dressed in full plate mail. That might not normally catch your eye, but his mail is unusual, colored deep green and emblazoned with the image of a golden tree. Hand on the pommel of his sword, he watches the crowd go by with keen eyes, relaxed yet fully alert. He narrows his eyes when he spots you.
What do you need of me?
He looks at you warily, as if deciding whether you are a snake that might bite.
Well?
Tell me about yourself. He is initially hesitant, unsure of your intent. Eyes narrowed, he sizes you up, then nods. Interesting, or wait.
I am the son of a disgraced noble family. My father and brothers were executed for treason when I was a boy. Rightfully so, I must add. And my mother, sister, and I were thrown out on the street.
I see.
All we had to our names was a trunk full of heirlooms. One of them was this suit of armor, which belonged to my eldest brother. Now I endeavor to live up to its promise and redeem my family's honor. That's the long and short of it, really.
Tell me about yourself.
I am this. All we had to our. That's
all right. Can you teach me what you've learned as a member of the Shield Bearers?
You would need to become a shield bearer yourself to really learn it all. I suppose I can teach you a thing or two as we stand here. The privilege will run you 3,000 copper, however.
Yeah, sure, that'll work.
Thanks.
He lays 2 heavy sandbags on your shoulders and runs you through a series of drills designed to increase your strength and agility while dressed in full plate mail. Confident you've learned enough to continue training on your own, he gives you a hearty clap on the shoulder and wishes you well on your journey. Okay. I'm gonna grab this. Yeah, grab those real quick. Let's talk to the Valian diplomat.
Ado, Watcher. Clearly you are an interesting man to know.
Oh yeah, that's from earlier. Okay. Let's cruise through here, see if I got anybody else I need to talk to. A Tepu. The sun-scarred Juana glances up from the rumpled sheet of parchment in his hands and regards you with unease.
A Tepu, drawer of maps. I have nothing to sell unless you are needing something else.
He clears his throat and rolls out the parchment with a quick spin of his palms. You're the cartographer who discovered Matorio Koze, correct?
I discovered remains to be seen.
A cautious smile spreads across his lips.
The Sanctuary Isles were thought to be lost beneath the waves. If I stumbled upon one, I can think of worse finds to credit my name.
How did you make this discovery?
Our ancestors
or actually, no, that was the
marked
other
off
one.
Specific islands across Deadfire as rallying points in case a great misfortune split up the tribes. Even they could not have guessed how important the Isles would become. Some thousands of years ago, volcanoes, storms, and quakes shook the archipelago. Any one of those do happen, but never with such ferocity or all at once. The Juana survived by taking shelter on the Sanctuary Isles to save our society, and not just any one tribe. Since those days, we have not found any of the old Sanctuary Isles. Ngati took some beneath the waves, taking whole tribes with her. Others were lost to time and forgetfulness. I am told
History
that the
lesson.
Haki are protective toward the Isles, but that is their business.
How did you make the
I
discovery?
was surveying the waters around an atoll when a storm dragged my ship off course. The waters were unknown to me. When a green fleck appeared in my spyglass, I unfurled my sail. The shore twisted around itself, confusing even this old
Yeah, that's the
navigator
spiral
until I
one.
found myself at the center. I did not make it far up the beach before I spotted signs of habitation. Marking my coordinates and orienting myself by the evening sky, I made for Nekataka to tell the crown of my findings.
You mentioned that entire tribes were lost?
Understand, the Deadfire was broken. The lives lost could not be counted. And more has been forgotten than may ever be remembered. Imagine how much history we lost in a single year, much less the millennia that followed. Whatever our people hoped for themselves, We may never know if we got it right or wrong.
If I was venturing to this island, what might I find?
Death.
Atepu stares away, his face losing its color until he catches your expression.
I did not mean to frighten you.
Oh, you didn't, dude.
These islands have known great tragedy, and millennia have passed in cheerless silence. Should you land on a sanctuary isle, do not expect to find welcome.
Alright, back to my other questions.
If we must.
You must have seen much in your travels. Ever found a sign of Ukaizo? Just hearing the word causes him to perk up at attention, though his lips pressed together at a slant.
There is not a Juana in all of the Deadfire who does not take to the open water hoping to catch a glimpse of the lost Ukaizo. If I could walk the beaches of our ancestors, take a fleeting glimpse of what they left behind, mine would be a life well lived.
What would you hope to find there?
The same thing we all hope for. Answers to the long silence that precedes our history. Who we were could tell us who we are. But if I am being selfish, maps, charts. Our ancestors were keen explorers, and a roll of their parchment could teach us more than what we have gathered in the last century.
That's clearly because they've not taken like the lawnmower approach and just sailed back and forth and back and forth.
Leave it to me.
Alright, I'm not encountering anything up here, but maybe I can grab this. Alright. Let's go back here, try to get a hold of that prince. There we go. Prince Arui.
Do not leave me in suspense, I say. Have you found Matario Cozy?
Your expedition never made it off Matario Cozy, I'm sorry.
I sent good women and men to die in the name of the tribes and in the vague hope. May Ngati thank them for their courage and Wodaka for their loyalty. May they return to us as Rangas.
Arui raises a shaking hand to touch his lowered brow.
What of their findings, Watcher? Did they recover anything? Anything about Ukaizo?
I found this ancient Juana navigational chart. The prince accepts the chart in silence, holding it up in the light and poring over every detail with interest. His hands tremble as he holds the paper.
An unusual accounting of the isles, I say. Each one measured in relation to...
His finger drifts up to the sigil of Ukaizo. Arui nods. Do you have what you need to find Ukaizo?
If I did, my sister would hold a parade in your honor. Ngati is one to throw obstacles in our path, but I say that an outdated chart is better than none at all.
Grinning all the while, Arui rolls up the parchment and tosses you a heavy pouch of coin. Sailing uncharted waters isn't priest. Let's try the diplomacy.
Akira, here.
He tosses you a lighter pouch.
When we know enough, my sister will finance a fleet-wide search. Not for breadcrumbs, but lost Ukaizo.
The bark cloth with a message from the Wahaki to deter any visitors.
For what do they protect Matario Cozy when its knowledge could help all Juana? One day I will have words with their Ranga to settle our differences.
I had some trouble with the Royal Deadfire Company on the open sea.
Akira, they will not let you escape with what they could so easily steal.
Prince Arui murmurs under his breath.
But will they not find the original chart as unprotected as a Reparo food pile?
Assuming they survive the jungle, probably.
I expected better judgment from an agent of the crown.
Arui folds his arms and presses the bridge of his
Even
nose.
with the help of the gods, our task was unlikely before these complications, I say.
He waves you on, eager to change the topic. Nothing more to report.
Much to learn in a day, even for this warrior.
Arui touches his brow and
I sent
considers.
the expedition to their fate, and those who followed. Death is on my conscience this day.
They served you admirably. We're a step closer to Ukaizo.
Just so. May all who fell on Matario Cozy slip through the eel's jaws. Juana and outsider alike.
Sighing, Arui bows his head.
But on to brighter times, I say. If Ukaizo can be found, then so too will the hopes of our people be made manifest.
His mask of grief breaks under the pall of a broad
The
smile.
Queen and I make plans for the future. If you continue to make yourself useful, I say
I'll
there's
try.
a place for you in them. She will call on you when the time is right. Akira?
I'll wait a word from Anakaza
May the
then.
wind caress your sail.
All right.
Captain, a word?
Oh, what's on your mind?
You came to the Deadfire for your own reasons. The problems of others, they must be noisy obstacles by comparison.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for the dude that stepped on my goddamn castle.
We both know the burden of being looked to as a source of hope. What say?
It isn't a problem until the gods start making demands.
And you wish for a moment of silence to dampen the rabble.
Pelagina nods, the corner of her mouth turning into a fake grin as Jody puffs out a heated breath. Letting out a sigh and planting his hands on his hips, Takehu grins with deep satisfaction. He locks his eyes with yours and makes no move to break content. Look like you want to get something off your chest.
Ikera, just so. All the powers of the Deadfire have their eyes on the Watcher of Cadnua. Tell me, is the Watcher watching anyone?
He tips his head coyly to the side, letting his hair... Yeah, not you, my man. Jody and I are awfully close.
So innocence and piety inflamed your desire.
Intrigued, Takehu rubs his chin and nods.
A pity you did not glance in my direction sooner, Captain. The pain of a missed opportunity. It is divine, I say.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my dude, but I like Jody. Let's be off. Okay. Next in line. Gotta go all the way down to the Brass Citadel and take my licks. I am not satisfying everybody 100% because I'm trying to balance a bunch of stuff, so... we shall see. $3 hours to walk all the way across town again. Right. Fleet Master? No, wait. Wait, is it the Fleet Master? I got the these two bounties I gotta deal with. I need to speak with Atsura and the Fleet Master. Fleet Master first. And then I got a bunch of bounties to deal with. Maybe one more after this. Who knows? Is just going to finish this one up? Fleet Master.
My favorite privateer. Clear skies.
Barunga's ship went down with all hands.
It is satisfying to see one of our island cousins humbled for a change. Maybe others take this as an example.
Wakoyo winces as he hefts his bag of coins and passes it to you.
Privateer, you served Ralatai with distinction. No more could possibly be asked of you.
Wakoyo snaps his arms over his chest, his lips quivering with pride. It's been a pleasure, Wakoyo. It certainly has. Now, excuse me while I go piss off your superior. All the way up here. Sora is up here, right? Yeah. No, Sura's downstairs. Okay.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yeah, I'm working on it. All right. Alright, let's talk to Atsura. Atsura folds his hands and cocks his head, watching you like an especially thoughtful bird of prey. He waits several seconds before speaking.
I must thank you most humbly for your help. You've rendered Okaya and all of us a great service.
Okaya reported that you have a job for me.
Oh, indeed.
His eyes flash and an eager smile creeps across his face.
A great injustice plagues the archipelago, and we have an opportunity to end it. A thriving slave trade.
Oh yeah, we need to take this one down.
I've determined that it's being run from the island known as Crookspur.
What's the Royal Deadfire Company's interest in slavers?
Getting rid of them.
He purses his lips and primly turns up his nose.
Slavers sow chaos wherever they ply their unsavory business. They uproot communities, disrupt trade, and attract the vilest criminals. Unfortunately, they've been allowed to operate here for years.
You're saying the powers that be have colluded with them.
Oh, but I wasn't trying to cast aspersions.
Yeah.
I may
All
have
right.
heard that certain persons of influence in the Valian Trading Company have connections
Well,
with the slavers.
it'll be unfortunate when they come to light.
The larger problem is that they were allowed to settle in here in the first place. For that, the Juana must take responsibility.
How do you figure that?
Allow me to illustrate.
He brings his hands together and clears his throat.
2,000 years ago, our people began the conquest of Rawatai. The land was new to us. Many of its inhabitants were better equipped.
He tenses his fingers and raises his eyebrows.
But we overcame them. We were unified where they were scattered. And we were not content to huddle in cliff caves and subsist. We were determined to make a better life for ourselves.
All right, the people who made that journey and established Rawatai did what they had to do.
It is difficult for fragmented, transient tribes to maintain control over their territory.
He winces and laces his fingers together, starting to pace.
Is it not noble and just to end this scourge, especially if the Juana cannot? We must end the slaver threat.
You don't need to convince me. Just point the way.
Go to the slaver outpost on Crookspur and kill Master Kua, the ringleader. His associates should scatter.
All right, and so far Jody and Pallegina like this, and it looks like Maya is interested as well for other reasons.
As much as I would like to send our forces to fight the good fight alongside you, I'm afraid that would only cause trouble in other quarters.
He sighs dramatically.
Especially since some of the slavers operate legally and with the blessing of certain Valian officials.
He tilts his head toward you and gives you a knowing
I
look.
am sure the company is abiding by the Juana prohibitions against slave trade in Deadfire.
Not everybody, just
However,
individuals.
I have it on good authority that the slavers have made enemies of the Wahaki. They may be willing to help you.
Maybe, but I'm kind of messing
If
with
they
the
don't take
Wahaki.
your head off first.
He shrugs, suggesting this is only a tiny inconvenience.
The Wahaki congregate on an island called Ori Okawiki. It means cursed land of corpses.
His mouth twists in a sardonic grin as he marks your map.
They are suspicious of outsiders, so approach them with caution. What's important is that you rid us of the slavers on Crookspur.
The slavers will never know what hit them.
I'm counting on that.
All right. And we got level ups.
He acts like he's gonna do one thing, then he does something else.
That's called strategy. And don't you work for Atsura?
All right, let's go upstairs and let's get ourselves healed up. We'll probably stop at the inn. But before we do, we'll level up once we're outside. Maya didn't get enough experience to level up, but she won't be that far behind. Okay. I'm good with Arcana. We'll add a little bit of explosives, and we will add a little bit of insight. Okay, we got... what do we need? Part of me wants these spells, but on the other hand... I kind of also want some sort of benefit. Forecasting could be useful. I ran out of range several times last time. I'm thinking forecasting. Alright. So next up is Shodi. We will get you with alchemy, and we will get you with religion. And you will get... I want to say... something to buff spells with. She does some fire spells. That might be useful. Quick summoning could work. So quick summoning maybe, or Sign of Flame. Sign of Flame could be cool too. Let's get Sign of Flame, I think. Alright, next is you, Takahu. I will get you with athletics, and we will get you with metaphysics. And you get... I already got these two Greater Wild Strikes. Maybe the Secrets of Rhyme? Because he has a bunch of frost and water attacks. That's nice. And then finally, we'll go with Pallegina. You go ahead and get Athletics and Intimidate. And we will get you with... I kind of want to go with just something that does some damage. Maybe Agents of Loyalty. That way I can dispel charms and such. That could be useful.
You were saying?
Alright, well, what else is... Do I have anything else to turn in here? That's a new one. That's a new one. That's the same old. Crook Spur. Dunnage. Dunnage. We'll take the Deshila. Yeah, let's do that. Go back to the exit. We'll probably supply our ship, and then we'll head out for that one person. And I'll probably go ahead and look up the best way to look for that island I couldn't find. So we need water. What I will do is I will get Lager. Get 200. And I will get... What's good? I think rice. No, I don't need that. I just need the Lager. Lager, whatever. I don't need like half of this stuff here. I'll keep those. I'll go ahead and toss those in. Don't need half of this stuff. Alright. Trade. Got 80,000. Let's leave by sea. Leaving by sea. So we're going to try and chase that one down, that one captain down. Let's see where it says she is. In the waters south of Nekataka. Do I already know where this one is? Yeah, I do. Or at least I know where I last saw her. That's it. Valiant Trading Company. Time to do you in. Chasing after her. Let's go ahead and board. 5th level, yeah, this is an old bounty. And hopefully we'll be able to do this one real quick. I know this is getting on in time, but get a little bit of action right before we head out. All right.
You need something.
So what you are going to do is you're going to get a lashing vine right up here. Come on. I need to deal with those curses. Alright, you are going to move up here. Burb. Get everyone clumped together up here. Does my AE from my gun reach all the way back there, I wonder? I know it reaches significantly farther than I really thought it should. Boom. One-shotted.
Yes?
Yeah, not quite. Maybe, where's that one that sucks everybody in? Oh, no, I don't need that. What I need is a huge explosion. None of these are any good. Fireball. Yeah, we'll just fireball the main ones.
You were saying?
Yeah, I need you just to come over here. And shoot these two. Thank you very much. There's the tentacle. Just instantly gank that one. Boom! I think I blew up 3 of them. No, I almost one-shotted their boss, though. That's kind of funny. Yeah, let's get this one. Burb, finish this one. Stabby stab, and then just drop this flame. Yeah, I need you to shark mode on this one. Come on, get right in the middle there. Okay, Murky, you're just proving yourself well worth it. I mean, I could just end this one. I think I will. Yeah. Yeah, I need you to come over here a little bit further and just shoot through them. One, nope, didn't quite kill both of them, but take this gold pack one down. Wow. Just ruining these low-level people. There's no one left to drop the big meteors on. I will take it all and continue. Thank you very much. And that was quick. And on that note... oh, and I've got 4 crates of Luminous Audra, it looks like. So on that note, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. And we will turn in both of those next time and then get the next bounty on that particular route. This has been the RPG Crawler with Pillars of Eternity 2. If you like what you're seeing, remember to leave a like, comment, your feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye. And if you are still watching, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my supporters, the top tiers of which are listed on the screen, without whose support I would not have been able to offer the variety of content that I have on this channel throughout the years. If you're feeling particularly generous and would like to join them, you can support the channel. There are a variety of options to do so. I have a Patreon, a Subscribe Star, as well as channel memberships enabled. If you are not in a position to contribute, simply leaving a like, a comment, or sharing my videos are all wonderful ways to help the channel grow without spending a dime, and are all greatly appreciated.